Live.
There we go. Welcome to game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. This is the SCL Division 1. And apparently Poke Bunny has himself a little chant that he likes at the start. Maybe it's just to get him kind of warmed up. He doesn't quite have the war drums, so he's just yells out, "We march for Frank, and we know no fear." Whatever works for him. He won the last 2 games for VT. We are on Scrap Station. He is at the 3 o'clock position, and for the first time, we are going to see a Zerg in this matchup. It's Icky. Icky.
That's a good question. I need to change the colors on the overlay as well.
We'll call him Icky. Or, I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. He is the blue Zerg for CNB. He's got to bring CNB back into this one, or they're going to be down 3-1. That is never a position you want, because you get somebody with a few wins under their belt, and it becomes even more difficult to beat them, because momentum can be a very big advantage. And from what we've seen from Poke Bunny so far, he definitely has momentum. The momentum. Yes, the momentum.
Oh, he is a man, so it's momentum. It's, more powerful than momentum.
That'd be like the Jinro version of momentum. Momentum.
Yes. Well, isn't I was going to try to work the word chin in there somehow, but I'm not going to try.
No, it's just Chinro.
Yeah, I know, but I was going to say mochintum.
No.
No. Yes, that's what I was going to try.
So are we deciding? Well, we're going to go with Icky.
Okay, Icky sounds good to me.
Icky is going for the fast expand 15 hatch. Hopefully does not get scouted out. No need to worry about that, as there was the quick refinery from Poke Bunny, so we're not going to see some crazy 2-racks. Though, from what we saw earlier, this kind of reminds me of his Zelnaga build. We might see the Tech Lab going down. And if he does do the very scary Marauder Marine stim timing push, if Icky's not ready for it, I will cry for him.
You are a Zerg player, are you not, Micro?
I indeed am.
Yeah, I'm now a Protoss player, so I've actually no investment. Speaking of Zerg player, let me update that overlay.
You still had it on the wrong thing, did you? Extractor now finished for Icky. We're going to have to see what he's going to go from that. Of course, when you get your hatchery, first you're not really going to tech up right away. That leave you way too wide open. But I'm interested, Poke Bunny may actually be going something to do with Hellions, or he might just skip that all together and go right up to the Banshee tech, because I don't see a tech lab on that barracks.
No, I'm very curious what Poke Bunny is doing, and also very confused that he's not walling off at all.
I don't blame him for not walling off. You see your opponents going the style that he is, and actually a lot more Terrans are opting to not wall off as of late, from what I've seen. And it just gives them a little more freedom. They can build closer to their base, so that if Banelings do come and they're trying to bust front, it's like, well, you're not going to destroy my buildings. There, I can move my SCVs however I want, and you can actually see he's got supply depots kind of set in a way that if units were to come in, he could have a little bit of a delay to help himself out.
But what about just nice Zergling push against Terran?
Well, that's why you make it so that the opponent can't do that to you, by getting something like a starport. And where's the tech lab? Why are we... oh, I think I just figured out what he's going to do. Maybe? Not sure. SCV being chased down right now. He is showing the Hellions off to Icky, though. Is he going to do a drop just straight over at the main base? Go 2 Hellions, 4 Marines. That is my guess as to what we're going to see from Poke Bunny here.
Hellions are rallied all the way to his base right now, so...
or maybe he's going to have the Hellions attack at the front, distract him, and we are going to see 8 Marines inside the medevac, because there are 2 more Marines in queue. I think that will be the thing. So the Hellions are going to distract at the front. You're going to see a drop at the main and try and force his opponent to make a mistake and split his army up in a way that he really doesn't want to.
Just a little bit like the Zelnaga game, where he was doing drops like crazy against the Protoss player, maybe looking to do the exact same thing against the Zerg. He does have his 8 Marines out right now, and the medevac is finishing right now, so this is a build I'm sure he's practiced as loading up right there, and it will be moving out here shortly.
And Icky just off on his timing, moving his Overlord. He's going to have no idea this is coming until it's literally on his front door. Poke Bunny doing a very good job keeping distracted at the front. Thing is, he has to keep those Hellions alive for this to work, and he's doing a good job of that. Hellions doing their job, just going to run away. And here we go. 8 Marines in the back of the base. I'm feeling a little bit of sadness right now being a Zerg player.
Yep, and the 4 Hellions, there are now 4 Hellions at the front, and they are moving in at the front right now as these Marines are just unloading on the drones. 4 drones down. The Zerglings thought about showing up to help, but there's just too many Marines there, and it looks like he's going to target the Baneling nest that's currently building, going to try to take that out. The Hellions are currently getting chased around by the Zerglings. It looks like those have all now been cleaned up, so now it's just the Marines doing damage, trying to get that Baneling nest to fall down before any serious amount of Banelings fall in, and it looks like he will be able to get down. Actually, now it's switching to taking out Overlords, and he'll need to load up here and run away very quickly.
I kind of agree with taking out the Overlords because he picked off more than a few. He's got his opponent at 44 of 28 right now, and it excuse me, if there's one mistake from Poke Bunny, is as he was running away with his Hellions, there was all these drones clumped up together, and he decided to not attack them. So that's the one thing I have to go against Poke Bunny on this, but 1 queen down, and
Nice
Icky is literally done at this point. He can't build anything till he gets more Overlords out. We've got a Banshee on the way, another Barracks on the way for Poke Bunny right now, as no sign of researching Blue Flame, but it looks like he will be going down for a command center here shortly as well.
This is a very hard position for Icky to come back. Going to try to clean up these Marines, but they're just going to get picked up immediately. Oh, a little bit of misclicking right there, and he's going to lose a couple of his Marines, now down to just 3 Marines, and that medevac is getting awfully low on life.
I'm not sure if you're a ref or not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you would have just seen the tap.
And
yes, the tap, the chat. Apparently I still say words backwards from time to time. First Banshee is now out, going to go do some damage. Of course, there is a lesser queen count now, as they're being... Well, one of them's weakened enough, and the other one's distracting at the back. Yes, 6 hit points.
And there comes the Banshee in, into the back of Icky's main, just shooting away at drones, getting up to 3 kills. 4? How high can I count? 5? Doing a good job so far. Now it's a Corporal Banshee, and it's going to get chased away by the 2 queens now after killing a 7th drone.
Oh, he's going to get an 8th as well. So this is very style that you see Terrans. It depends on the Terran or the time of day or how they're feeling or where the moon's in the sky. Sometimes you get the Terrans that just love to take out drones left, right, and center, and sometimes you don't. And it seems like that is what Poke Bunny's mind is set on this game. Of course, there are a lot of Zerglings, but he's trying to get a lot of gas-heavy units right now with the lack of gas, and that will potentially be his downfall. He's trying to get the Spire. He's got Baneling speed on the way. He's going to try and get Banelings as well. He's going to find himself basically starving himself for gas, and Poke Bunny will take advantage of that fact.
Banshee's going to go try to get... Oh, there are now 2 Banshees out on the field. One got rebuked very quickly and has 0 kills. And the second one is currently moving in, and looks like he's just going to do some scouting as he kind of landed right on top of that queen. Needs to be a little careful. He will lose that Banshee.
No, it's actually going to stay alive. Or is that the second one that died? Because I was looking down.
You're fine.
Okay, the expansion was found out of Poke Bunny. Single Circling managed to go and snipe an SCV as well. And as it's all going on, Icky goes, all right, I have a window of opportunity. All these Zerglings going to try and sneak in, take out as many SCVs as they can, as the army of Poke Bunny right now is up inside, trying to get Stim. It will complete. The question is, will he be able to do anything with this?
Here comes the Zerglings, going to be taking out a lot of SCVs right here as they just go down immediately. Mule will be going down as well. That army just going to be way too light. Even that refinery is going to end up going... Oh, nope, going for the command center, going to force it to lift off, possibly. Nope, here comes all the Marines and tanks. Ooh, dropping a mule too early and losing a mule for free. That was a mistake right there.
And as that was all going on, a Banshee was lost. Poke Bunny tried to go after the natural Vicky. He fought that off well. And except for losing all of those Zerglings there, he kind of brought himself back into this game slightly, trying to morph some Banelings in now. But as I said, he's going to be starving himself for gas here soon. He's up to 4 mutas. He's got 4 more on the way, so maybe he has turned things around a bit. He is going off of the 4 extractors. So after the early abuse, this is what Icky has to do. Going right by a Banshee with his mutas. He says, all right, you want to take out my drones? I'm going for your SCVs. But all the while, look at the stream of red going to the blue.
And there's enough Marines back in the base to defend against these few Mutalisks. And this tank Marine push, I think, is just going to be a little too much for... well, I can't think of it. Icky to handle.
He does have Siege too, so it's not like if he didn't have Siege, he wouldn't have to worry about it. But he might take out quite a few of these Marines.
Ooh,
But
beautiful banelings. Oh, all the Marines dying. Those Mutalisks will be able to kill all the tanks now, and Icky quickly climbing back into this game.
Wow. Talk about a mistake that could have just changed this game entirely. Poke Bunny had that, but instead he decided to move his tanks up, not siege them up at the right time, and got a little too far ahead of himself. He put himself in a bad position on creep against the Zerg. That is just disastrous, and we saw what can happen. And now he's in a very, very bad position.
And the other problem with that push he had no air vision, and those banelings came through the smoke, and that's why he didn't see them and wasn't able to react to them in time either.
Yeah, there were medevacs, but they were off to the side, unable to see that, and that was a very nice play. And look at this. Muta is going to go after the natural of Poke Bunny. He's going to have nothing there. He's going to try and pull some Marines back. I have the feeling we might see some units of Icky come up in the main base at that time. There we go. He's going to try and bring some units up from behind. Going to go into a single tank, though. Here comes the Banelings.
Oops, accidentally had horrible camera control there. And here comes Bailey's going to clear everything else up. Those Mutalisks are now free reign on the sky. Another tank going down. The Marines will quickly pour out, and here comes more Lings to help clean up all of those Marines. And it looks like Poke Bunny is going to end up losing this game.
Wow is all I have to say. One mistake changed that game entirely. Icky takes the win. He was even expanding at the gold as that was going on. Oh my god, what a mistake.